Hey everyone, Nate the Movie Guy here, and today I'll be reviewing Lightyear. While spending years attempting to return home, marooned space ranger Buzz Lightyear encounters an army of ruthless robots commanded by Zurg, who are attempting to steal his fuel source. Lightyear was an odd movie for me in the build-up to its release, not because I thought it looked bad, just because I've been a huge fan of Pixar my entire life. I've grown up on Pixar. One of the first movies I ever remember seeing was the first Cars. So Pixar has been important to me. It's my lifeblood. It's my favorite film studio of all time. I think they put out some of the best films ever made, not just animated movies, films, period. And when Lightyear was announced, I was not really confused. Like, I understood the premise. It's the movie Andy saw in the first Toy Story that made him want to get a Buzz Lightyear toy. That premise always made sense to me. It was just the fact they were making it in the first place was strange to me. And I'm happy to report that this movie is a blast. It's so much fun. If you're looking for the typical Pixar like fun family film with a, emotional gut punch and, that will make you cry, you're not going to get it here. But what you are going to get is a fun sci-fi action adventure with a standout voice performance by Chris Evans. I was concerned because when the film was announced, he was announced to be voicing Buzz. And I was concerned that he would just, phone it in like a lot of A-list celebrities do in animated projects. Chris Evans actually voice acts in this film. He changes his voice. He doesn't try to sound like Chris Evans. He doesn't try and sound like Captain America. He tries to sound like Buzz. But he's not even impersonating Tim Allen or Patrick Warburton either. He's just doing his own take on Buzz, and I think that is fantastic and a great thing for him. I'd love to see him in more voice acting roles. This is also director Angus MacLane's first feature directorial role, and I was a little concerned because I've never seen him in the director's chair before, so you never know what to expect. But I think he did a great job. For his first feature, this is amazing. Like, you couldn't get a better start. What he did with some of the visuals and sound in this movie was really interesting and something I was not expecting, especially with the sound design. Him and the sound team did an awesome job making the space sequences feel like weightless, if that makes sense. In the third act, there are two breathtaking spacewalking sequences where as soon as the characters go out into space and are out there floating, all the audio, or most of the audio, just drops out, and all you hear is the characters breathing or talking or yelling, and it was beautiful. So even though there's pretty little actual in-space stuff, the rest of the film takes place on one planet, and now that might be a concern, but they go all over the place, and there's all kind of different locations and creatures and aliens and robots they fight on the surface of this planet, that it's okay, it makes sense. Angus MacLane also did something really cool with the action sequences. He did a lot of long takes, which that's a big thing in Hollywood right now. Hollywood is loving the long takes, I love seeing them because they're really impressive no matter what they're in. But the problem with the long takes is that a lot of films or even TV shows just kind of throw them in just to be like, hey guys, look at us, we got a long take. But Angus MacLane used the action scenes to use long takes effectively, where he didn't just put one in there just to say they have a long take. Almost every action scene has very long takes. There is one sequence at the end of the film, towards the end of the third act, that was breathtaking. It was a long take, and the camera was swiveling around a character as they fell through space. It was beautiful. In terms of negatives, I really only have one, and it's that the side characters are pretty lame. There's three of them that come to mind. There's the, spunky, excited rookie kid archetype, and then there's the badass old lady archetype, and then there's the likable bumbling idiot archetype. Now, all of the characters in the film are likable, so that's a great thing. But in terms of their actual characters, they're not really characters. They're just kind of there. I will say, Izzy, played by Keke Palmer, was probably the best of these three. She is the spunky, rookie kid, excited to be on the job, excited to be a part of the mission. She was the best one because they tried to do a little more with her character than the other two, but it didn't quite go as far as I wanted, and I feel like if the writers did one more draft of the script, they probably could have ironed that out and fleshed out all of the characters more. The two characters that do have a lot of substance are Buzz and Socks the cat. I'm going to get to Socks in a minute. Buzz, though, in this film, he is written very well. This is an origin story, and his arc throughout the film is really great, and I don't want to get too much into it, but the themes presented from Buzz's arc are actually, like, one theme is pretty standard for a kid's film, for a family film, but the other was quite profound, and I think they could have gone a little further with it, but what they did do with it, it worked. It was fine, but I think they could have pushed it just a little further. Like I said, I think one more draft of the script could have ironed out some of these issues with the characters and the themes, and it would have been great. Now, I gotta talk about Socks. Socks is one of the other characters. He is the little cat, the little robot cat you see on the posters and in the trailers. He is... Socks the cat gives me life, okay? When I watched the trailer and I saw this little robot cat following Buzz around and cracking jokes and one-liners, I'm like, okay, the ones in the trailers are kind of funny, but oh, he's gonna be an annoying animal sidekick, isn't he? Couldn't be further from that. I mean, Socks the cat is one of the best side characters, companions, best friend character to the main character ever. So not only is Socks the perfect comic relief character, he's also very sweet and caring and loving to Buzz. So not only is he funny and he'll make you laugh and all the kids in the theater will laugh and, haha, funny sidekick, robot cat, but he's sweet and really, really, really lovable for it. You would have already liked him, but the writers went ahead and made him the best character ever by making him so absolutely adorable. He's still a pet at the end of the day, and pets are loving companions. Now, are all pets like that? Are all cats like that? Probably not. And he just wants what's best for Buzz, and I think that's really sweet. It adds an extra layer of likability to this already super likable comic relief character. So all in all, I want a Socks the Cat robot, not a plushie, not, a little pop figure. I want a Socks robot. I will pay top dollar for, I will throw away my college future. I will throw it all away if I can have a Socks the Cat robot. So yeah, all in all, Lightyear is a fun blast of a sci-fi action adventure film. While it's not as profound as Pixar's other films, I do appreciate that they're starting to step away from that stigma that they've been stuck with for their entire existence. And I highly recommend Lightyear. For Toy Story fans, there's so many fun homages, and while the side characters and some of the themes do kind of fall flat, the visuals and the sound design and Buzz's character and the action sequences are all great. And honestly, Socks is probably worth the price of admission alone, but I'll leave that up to you. and Lightyear receives the Nate seal of approval. Check out my reviews for Jordan Peele's Us, Nope, and Jurassic World Dominion coming very soon. I'm Nate the Movie Guy. Thanks for watching.